Hey everybody, and welcome back to class 5. We're going to talk about support and resistance, aka supply and demand. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now we're going to talk about first what is support slash demand. Support is a price level where buying pressure is strong enough to hold price from further declining. This indicates high demand. Alright, so let's look at this chart here. As you can see, price is coming down and it bounced off of this level here, 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 and here. Alright, now one thing I also want you to understand is that support and resistance or supply and demand, it doesn't exactly work in a straight line or a singular price. It more so works in a zone or a box. Okay, that's why you can see here that it wasn't exactly a touch, but it's still rejected, and it wasn't a touch here, but still rejected. All right, so keep those things in mind when it comes down to support, resistance, aka supply and demand. Now, to put this in normal terms of everyday life on what is demand, think about it like this. If everybody wants the same thing, it's going to end up starting a bidding war to where everyone's like, I'll pay this, I'll pay that, I'll pay this, I'll pay that. And then prices continues to go up because of demand. If there's no demand, nobody wants it, then obviously the person is going to say, like, I'll sell it to you for this, sell it to you for that, I'll put it on sale for this. You know what I mean? Different things like that. But the easiest way to go ahead and identify a good support and demand level is just constant rejection from that area. Let's go ahead and move on. Now let's talk about resistance slash supply. Now when it comes down to resistance, it's a price level where selling pressure is strong enough to prevent further price increases, indicating high supply. All right. If there's a certain level of demand, like everybody, of people that want it, okay, and then all of a sudden it's just like, hey, there's a crap ton of it to where anyone can easily get it, then the demand diminishes. You know what I mean? There's too much supply. There's nothing to really back it up. Everyone can just get it. It's too easy. So the easiest way to go ahead and see that on a chart is the same thing when it comes to support or demand. You're going to see that constant rejection, 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 over and over and over. Like I said, it doesn't exactly move in a overall line. It's more so of a box, zone, or area, however you want to describe it. But just keep that in mind. Now there's a couple of things that come down to having these support and resistance lines, because they can also be a trend line as well too, depending on if the market is going up or down. All right, now a trend line just simply connects two or more spots that are helping you see the overall direction of the market. Now over here you can see that this line here, this point here, connects all the way up to here, but in between we still have two touches. All right, but price is not dropping below this line, so that is making it a support level. Okay, same thing up here. If we circle this point over to this point, we still have two touches in between, including that, so that's a 4-point touch. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, it's not going above it, so it's obviously resistance, just like that. Now when you're able to go ahead and trap price into these zones, you can often be able to literally take trades from zone to zone as it goes up. Obviously, if you see that it's in an uptrend, you want to hop into more long or buy positions, as you would have more chances of catching a larger return on that trade. But we'll talk more about that later on. Now, what is a horizontal line? Now, these are your most important type of lines because you're going to use these on a daily basis. You're only going to want to use these when you're charting from your top down, meaning like your daily, your weekly, daily, 4-hour, 2-hour, 1 hour, all the way down to your lower time frames as well too. Now, when you're looking at this chart here, what you're going to notice is that the yellow lines are actually 4 hours and the red lines are actually dailies. But with these horizontal lines, you're going to see that price is constantly rejecting off of each of them at some point in time. So when you're looking at marking these off, you want to actually not make them right where price is. You want to go back in time where price was previously there and mark off those levels. Because if those levels end up matching off with, you know, more recent times, then at that point it makes them even more valid and history repeats itself. So something's going to happen at those levels, and that's where you want to pay attention to price. Because when price gets to one of these zones, that's when we want to actually start using our other skills as far as learning what entry patterns are, and also learning what buying signals are and selling signals are, so then at that point we can properly move in the market. Because the thing is that if I see prices coming up here and it rejects this zone and then rejects this zone again, and even after rejecting here, if it comes up to here, I know it's likely to drop, so I can be able to hop into a sell. Oh, it comes back up, hop into a sell, comes back up, hop into a sell. You know what I mean? If I see this constantly rejecting, I can just sell off of it. Same thing when it comes down to buying. We have rejection here, bought off, rejection here, bought off, rejection here, bought off, rejection here, and bought off. So you can literally take sells to buys, sells to buys, sells to buys, sells, and then over here you'd have actually ended up losing that buy. So at some point, yes, history does repeat itself, but at some point price is going to break these horizontal levels. Just keep that in mind. But this is just what I want you guys to understand when it comes down to it overall. Take these notes and actually practice what I'm showing you. You need to be like, if you're brand new, you need to be charting out at least 5 charts a day. You may not trade all of them, but you need to get into the habit and understand and know and be good at charting off your level, your horizontal levels. This is the most basic form of charting. You have to know this. So if you're new, make sure you do that. That is your homework. Okay, but overall, guys, go ahead and go back, take some notes. If you need anything at all, by all means, please reach out to me. I'm always here, and we'll see you guys in the next class. Peace.